In the very beginning of the yoga practice, once you're about to start your practice with respect to asana, or whenever you drop into any class, we usually chant the Patanjali Shloka to offer our gratitude to sage Patanjali, who is the Maharishi, a great sage who's responsible who's considered as the authority with respect to the Yoga Sutras. So what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this Yoga Shloka is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. The Patanjali Shloka. What is the meaning of Patanjali Shloka? And how is the Patanjali Shloka is chanted? What is this Patanjali Shloka? How is this Patanjali Shloka chanted? What is the meaning behind this? And this is how the Patanjali Shloka sounds. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakenam yopakarottam pravaram munenam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi abahu purushakaram shankachakrasi dharanam sahasrashira samshvetam pranamami patanjalim. So you all know Patanjali is not just a brand of a toothpaste or a toothbrush, or not just that. Patanjali is the person who's responsible for the entire text of yoga. Like how Krishna is known for Bhagavad Gita, the same way Patanjali is known for the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. What is the meaning of this shloka? See, Patanjali is an incarnation of Adishesha, which is Vishnu's Vahana, a 1,000-headed snake. Why do we offer this prayer in the very beginning of the practice? What is the meaning of this? Yogena chittasya padena vacham. We are offering our gratitude to sage Patanjali, who shared the knowledge of yoga for our purity and sanctity of our physical body and health. And Patanjali not just shared the knowledge of yoga, Patanjali shared knowledge on 3 different paths: yoga, Ayurveda and grammar. So by chanting this shloka, we are offering our gratitude to him, saying, thank you. You shared the knowledge of yoga with us. You shared the knowledge of grammar for purity and clarity of speech. You shared the knowledge of Ayurveda for our health and well-being. So we are thanking him by saying thanks for sharing the knowledge with respect to yoga, with respect to Ayurveda, with respect to grammar. And when you thank an individual who's responsible for whatever that you're learning, it's easy for you to visualize and connect to them when they have a physical form. The same way, here, the sage Patanjali, we are enumerating his physical appearance. The physical appearance of the sage Patanjali is in the form of a human and snake. His upper body is in the form of a human, his lower body is in the form of a snake. Why? Because he is an incarnation of Lord Adishesha. Upper body, if you have seen the statues of sage Patanjali, you'll see upper body is in the form of a human, lower body is in the form of a coiled snake. He has a shankha, a conch in one hand, a chakra in another hand, and by imagining and by visualizing the physical appearance, it's easy for you to connect with respect to whatever practice, with respect to whatever studies you're doing. Like how when you learn online, you see the difference when you learn in person. Online teaching is good, but in-person teaching has its own charm. The same way, you visualizing and connecting to the person by imagining the physical appearance, physical form of this person helps you to gain deeper insight, helps you establish a deeper connection with the knowledge that you're about to pursue. And that is what the meaning, this is what is the meaning of the shloka, the Patanjali Shloka, what we call as, which is usually chanted in the very beginning of the practice or sometimes in the end of the practice. You have to thank not just the sage Patanjali, but yourself. Why? Because you've, made up the mind of devoting this time and energy of yours in order to understand and connect to yourself among all the distractions that is there. See, this gratitude, offering gratitude is not just for the person from whom you're learning. This is also for yourself. Why? You have now taken the resolve of wanting to make that change that is needed for you to grow ahead. Offering gratitude to the person who's standing in front of you is similar to you offering gratitude to the person who's seated inside you and waiting for you to explore himself. All of us have this one person within us who's waiting for all the experiences and who's waiting to be explored. By doing all the practices that are there in yoga, you start to understand, you start to connect, and you start to live life to the fullest. Why? Because the person who is seated inside you has woken up. This is what the meaning of the Patanjali Shloka. I hope this was informative. If there's anything else you wanted to share, please do share your views in the comments and I'll share them at the earliest. And I'll see you in the next one.